Well, boys, I hope we're all good. We're standing up now. We've got a bit of a standing desk, so we can actually do, I can be a bit more free when I'm talking, etc. And kind of go from there, okay? So I want to take you through an Instagram training session today. Just how to, actually prospect on Instagram, the best ways to do it, how to optimize your profile, etc. What I kind of suggest for just Instagram outreach in general, right? So first of all, the first step of Instagram outreach, because I fully do believe Instagram outreach is your best outreach. I think if you're looking to book appointments at the moment, cold email is okay, Facebook is okay, but I would say that Instagram's going to be your winner, right? Instagram's the one that you need to actually get really good at, optimize your profile, learn how to outreach, learn how to find your prospects, because I think it has the more return on investment. I mean, I know personally from my agency, literally 80% of our 80% is Instagram, right? And then inbound and then a little bit Facebook. But for us, Instagram kills Facebook when it comes to outbound prospecting, okay? So the first kind of stage of Instagram, and this is going to be a full training session. So boys, if you've got a notepad out and pen, just sit down, chill out, and we can go from there, okay? Okay, so the first thing is optimizing your profile, okay? The first thing I want to say is this account, a personal account, will always be a graphic, okay? So if you've got, I don't want to get someone's account up, because last time I did that, he wasn't so happy. So we'll get someone else's account up. If it loads. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is something like this, an account, no, actually not too much like that. I think you know which ones I'm talking about, boys. Just like a graphic account, right? I'm going to go up, fuck it. Here, right? Just a graphic account. I'm not calling out this person. I'm not saying he's fake. I'm not doing any of that, okay? I just want to point out that this is a graphic account, okay? These accounts are utterly useless. These accounts are genuinely useless. There's no point actually scaling an account like this, okay? There's no point posting an account like this. It's a huge waste of time, and no one actually cares. Because, with prospecting, all we're trying to do is build a relationship with a client, okay? So when you have an account that isn't actually you, that isn't your face, that isn't your personality, who you are, you lose trust with your prospect, okay? You can't actually leverage your profile because there's no one here, right? People work with people over graphics, okay? So the first stage, I would say, if you're growing an account like this, honestly, you can have an agency account, just leave it. Like, you don't need to spam posts. You don't need to, actually try and grow the account, because something that I said in one of my past videos, which I actually, I said at the time and I didn't read deep, but I think it's one of the most intelligent things I've ever said, right? Account like this in 2 years' time actually grown means something, like if this account will be going on for a year from now, right? It's going to grow so much, and that's going to have a big difference. That's going to have a big increase in my business, okay? But if you were to grow a marketing account, like a graphic account, it doesn't actually change anything. Because if this account had 2,000 followers, right, and a lot more posts built up, a lot more, pictures of just me, etc., right, it means something. It's a lot more leverage. Whereas if you just have more graphic posts, right, and just a bit more followers, people will perceive it as bought followers anyway, okay? I'm not saying you've bought followers. I'm not saying that account's bought followers. I'm just saying people will perceive it anyway, to a point where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big you grow it, because no one cares anyway. Whereas if this was a 2K account and, it had a lot more photos, a lot more VSLs, a lot more short form content, I'm going to book more appointments, okay? More highlights, etc. It means something in 2 years. So it's a complete wasted energy growing a graphic account. Complete waste of energy, complete waste of time. I would stop right now. I would build it up to a point. I'd build a few posts, and I just let go of it. There's no point scaling it, right? Whereas your personal account, there's a point scaling. There's a fucking huge point scaling, okay? So first is optimize profile, okay? We'll go through it like step by step, right? So head photo doesn't need to be anything too crazy. Just a photo like this, just a head photo. I would go chest up, shoulder, kind of this height. So they need to be able to see your face. It's not like a photo of you, but it's you're far away, or it's like a group photo. Like none of that. Just like a nice head photo. I just like go in the extra mile, get in a background. I've got white and black because that's my agency's theme color. just to go that extra mile, right? I know a lot of people do the red and stuff, but it's not too deep, right? Just your head photo. It needs to be a nice little head photo, okay? Obviously, your name doesn't really matter, but just your name. So mine's lukejackson.mx, which is my agency. And then highlights, lifestyle. Mine's obviously short form content, and then acquisition, right? So you're just showing a bit about you, who you are as a human being, and then you're showing, I don't know why my Instagram's okay, there we go. Okay, just showing a bit about you. So for example, we'll just go through just you traveling. That's some good memories. You traveling. Yeah, just you out and about, right? Your lifestyle, okay? And then short form content, you want to put testimonials here. So your previous work, people giving you testimonials, etc. And then acquisition the same, or whatever. Well, not acquisition, but you know what I mean, right? You want to put what your agency does, okay? So testimonials like there, your work, etc. VSL, and that's all good, okay? So when it comes to your head photo and highlights, that's the thing, okay? I see a lot of people with not a great headline. Headlines are actually very important because you need to, within a headline, show your prospect how to get from how they're going to get their current situation, to their desired situation, right? So mine's building personal brands done for you, content acquisition systems to add 10K monthly recurring revenue, okay? That clearly shows where they are right now, who I'm targeting, what we do briefly but mysteriously, right? Because you're probably like, I might do that, right? And shows an end result, and that's what a headline needs to do, okay? So I look at crafting a nice headline, and then having a call to action, which is just a point to your funnel page, okay? This is how you would have kind of the best, in my opinion, best agency profile. It's the highlights, it's the head photo, it's personal branded by you, and then having a nice headline just to finish the whole thing up, okay? Then, when it comes to the post you're actually posting, I would say there's 3 types of posts, right? You can do VSLs, which I would heavily suggest, just a Loom video, you going over what you do for your business, the benefits to your offer, the benefits to your service, etc., and then pinning them at the top. So that's kind of like the most important kind of thing. Right, close this. Cool. Again, photos of you out, value posts, so just like a nice photo of you, and then kind of what you do. So my founder and Multiply X, my team and I build content and acquisition systems, etc. And then short form content. This is probably the most important part, because if you're a short form content niche and you're not doing short form content yourself, then that's a big issue, right? Because clients are going to look at you and think, okay, if you're not even doing short form, why the hell would I listen to you? Okay, so you need to preach what you're actually selling. Okay, so this is hugely important. I would leverage short form content because you can talk about your offer, and it gets a lot of views and traction to your page, right? So just short form content like that, and then so we've got VSLs, short form content, and you can just do value posts. Okay, so again, you just out and you giving a bit of motivation or value or a piece of knowledge on your page, and obviously people are going to engage, people are going to kind of respect you for that. And you can do this in the form of Twitter. These posts are kind of like popping at the moment. I don't know why, right? But these posts seem to be popping at the moment, so you could do a bit of Twitter. I would suggest kind of mixing them all in together. And I think this makes for the best agency profile, because you've got your personality, you've got your service, you're going in depth about your service. You've got value photos, you've got short form content, you've got the Twitter photos, which you can give some sort of value as well. So I think overall this is the best for agencies, right? I think this is the best for agency owners looking to kind of build a good optimized Instagram profile, okay? And like I said, some people watching this video right now will skip over this step because they don't want to personal brand themselves, etc. But boys, trust me when I say, once you do it, you'll be like, why didn't I do that ages ago? Because the amount of even inbound leads you get, and just your conversion rate goes up so much when you actually have an optimized profile. When I used to message on my agency account, no one would ever reply. Literally, no one would ever reply. It was ridiculous. I just couldn't get prospects. I couldn't scale my agency because no one was replying, right? As soon as I changed over to a personalized account, it became so much easier. I can't actually stress that enough, how much easier it was to scale a business when you're a personal brand, right? It's so much easier, okay? So that's kind of all when it comes to your profile. You need to be consistent with this. You need to be every day. Write that down. You need to be consistent. Okay, you need to post at least once a day, guys. Okay, you need to fill your profile. This is very important, because if we actually think about it, this kind of means everything, right? Because if you don't have an optimized Instagram profile, yeah, of course you can land clients, but you're not going to be able to scale your agency. And that's why you're here. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you're sitting down and listening, right? Because you want to scale your agency. How do we scale your agency? You book appointments. How do you book appointments? Instagram, Facebook, cold email. LinkedIn as well. You can leverage Discord service, etc. But consistent flow of appointments need to be Instagram. Okay, you need to be on Instagram. So this would be the perfect Instagram kind of optimized profile. If you need help, just DM me. I don't sell you anything. I just answer your questions. Okay, so that's optimized profile. Now let's actually talk about how to, find the prospects that you want to prospect to. So I'm going to take, for example, right now, if you're a short form content agency, okay, and you're looking at coaches and consultants. So you go in here and you literally this is one method, right? There's 3 methods that I use, but this could be one method. You want to niche down the first kind of line, so real estate, finance, etc., and then put coach, consultant, okay, coach or consultant, because when you niche down, it just gives you more of a variety. Of course, you can go coach as well, right? Works the same. Coach, and there's a bunch of coaches here that you can go through. I mean, Instagram's crazy, guys. There's so many prospects, okay? So let's go back to a real estate coach. I've just chosen a niche at random, the coach, and we would click on one, for example. And then if he's a qualified prospect, so this guy for short form content, what are we saying? Probably not, definitely not. In fact, you send him a message, whatever. But if he was a qualified prospect, let's go find a qualified. So, what's Instagram being so slow? So him, for example, this would be a qualified prospect. He's already doing short form content. Okay, you go on the suggested tab, and you go through to find more qualified prospects, okay? And obviously, you're going to train your VAs to be able to do this. Obviously, at the start, you might be doing this a little bit yourself, but, we want to go through and, okay, so we'll check this guy, for example. Send him a little message. You could do short form. Go back through. Bang, bang, bang. If the person you suggest and then you find one, so let's check this guy out, for example. So yeah, so this would be I might actually message him. 142 followers, a bit much. But with short form, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can literally message anyone. Like, it doesn't really matter how high their followers are, because, it's like if they want short form, they're just interested in editor, right? I think you can actually go on his suggested as well. So it's just an endless kind of suggested profiles, okay? Until you've kind of run out, you've kind of come to a dead end, and guess what? You can just re-put into the search engine, finance coach, and you can literally do the whole process all over again. And there's a million coach. Oh, wow, it's ridiculous, actually, isn't it? And then you can go on a qualified prospect. You can go on their suggested, find a suggestion of that, go on their suggested, and you've just got so many, actual prospects to message, right? You've just got an endless amount. Okay, but obviously, it depends which your niche is. If you are going for coaches and consultants, which it kind of seems like all the short form guys are going for, coaches, consultants, anyone who has some sort of course / program, then this would be your best kind of route to do so. Instagram doesn't really have any groups, with a Facebook group, with a LinkedIn group, you can kind of leverage a group. That's the only way to do it, in my opinion, on LinkedIn and Facebook. So it's literally just about finding the individual prospect and sending them a message, right? Because that's how you find them, right? But another thing that people don't really leverage is that it doesn't really work too well on computer. I see I'm on computer at the moment, so this might be quite difficult to demonstrate. But if you go on your phone and go on Reels, right, and then you find a reel that would be a qualified prospect. So if you just go on Reels and then find someone doing short form, these aren't good for short form, by the way. An account that's not an individual, it needs to be a personal brand, in my opinion. And you engage with that account. What's going to happen is Instagram are going to start. So, for example, this one here, right? He'd be a qualified prospect. You'd like the account, possibly give him a follow, possibly give a little comment, and then it's going to show you so many more of exactly the same thing. Okay, so Instagram are just going to give you qualified prospects. Okay, so this obviously works a little much better on phone. That's why it's a bit difficult to show you on here, but you kind of get the gist, right? So once you find someone that would be qualified, that would be a good fit, this person as well, let's actually check him out. Yeah, this would be a great prospect. I might message him later, give him a follow. Yeah, there's so many for short form. It's like, this is why the short form's such a good offer. There's just so many that can do it, you know. It's like, it's so powerful. Everyone's like kind of looking for it, right? But once you actually like and engage with a post, like I said, Instagram will just show you, right? Instagram will literally just show you more and more and more. Okay, when it comes to actually messaging prospects, and you guys are gonna get a little bit angry now because I'm not actually showing you the exact script, etc. But to be honest, guys, if you're crying over a script, you're not gonna get very successful in SMA. Okay, so if I can actually, it's the loom, get my pen. How do I get a pen? How do I get? Right, okay. So there's 4 barriers when it comes to an outreach message, okay? So what you've done so far is you've optimized your Instagram profile. Let's just say that's IG. I don't know why it's disappearing. And you've found your prospect, okay? So found your prospect. The next step would actually be, what do you do for the outreach message? Okay? So first of all, it's all about building authentic rapport, okay? Handwriting wasn't so good in school. Fucking hell. Authentic rapport, okay? Because so many people build this. I don't know why I keep disappearing. It's so fucking annoying, right? I don't have to do it. Okay, so many people build this fake rapport, and it actually has the complete opposite effect of what you're trying to do. Because, boys, you need to remember, I literally can't get a pen because the loom is blocking it.
Matters. I think a really good way of putting it is, if it's not fast, it's broken.
Is that even showing?
So here are 5
Oh,
ways you can help
okay.
increase your site speed and
because, you know, it will have the opposite effect. Your boys, this is going to be very boring. You're just going to have to kind of listen to me. Right, it has actually the opposite effect. If you go and say, you build this fake report, like, how was your day? You know, and asking all these questions that they don't actually care about, like, they know you don't care about, it has this opposite effect where it's like, I'll get on with it. Well, what are you trying to sell me? Okay, because they are entrepreneurs as well. Okay, you know, if we look at their profiles, for example, if you were to message this person, okay, oh, Instagram's so shit on fucking computer, man. Trying to find someone now. What's that? Let's go back to the real estate coaches, right? For example, him. Do you think he doesn't know about would you be opposed? Stop using all this salesy copy. That's why you're not booking appointments. That's why no one's replying to you, because you think you're smart, you think you're being intelligent, but it's really having the complete opposite effect where they don't want to work with you because you're being too ingenuine. Okay, you need to, with your outreach, it needs to be just, hey, hope you're well, this is what I do. Okay, because when you jump straight into it, the prospect likes you more, and when the prospect likes you more, they're going to buy from you, right? But when you build this kind of fake report that doesn't make any sense, that just it slows down the process of them, you know, actually being interested in your service, asking you questions about the service, that's actually going to, you know, progress the conversation forward. All you're doing is wasting their time, you're wasting your time. Okay, so stop doing this fake report when it's like, oh, you know, would you be opposed and all this bullshit, because it doesn't actually help you. Okay, and like, you might think I'm wrong right there because you're like, oh no, but if you say would you be opposed, they say no. It's all bullshit, man. Come on, that's so unintelligent. You think that's intelligent, but it has the complete opposite effect. Trust me. Okay, so with your outreach messaging, it is just building the authentic report and then giving them value. Okay, if you're doing short form content, edit a short for them for free. You need to edit a short for them for free, okay? Especially if you're starting off. If you haven't perhaps got the best profile, best outreach message ever, you're going to have to give them some sort of free sample so they can go, okay, you know, this guy's good, okay? Because what did I say? The one thing was to land short form content clients in my last video is the quality of your short. It's just the quality of your short. If your short's bad, they just don't care, right? Right, for example, right now I'm trying to hire a TikTok editor. People are sending me examples, and they're just all not that great, so I can't hire anyone. I'm trying to pay someone, but no one wants money because they're just, the quality of short isn't good. If someone was to text me right now and give me the perfect short that I'm looking for, then you would get paid, right? but because the quality of short isn't there, I can't pay you. I'm trying and I can't pay you. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say when it comes to Instagram outreach. I will do further videos on Instagram, but I just wanted to jump on a quick video, just to kind of explain Instagram. Let's try the. Oh shit, that's a little bit taller. That's not my height. Okay, I should have done the whole video because I was kind of like crouching down. If you want to know more about SMA, etc., give us up on the video. But I'm pretty sure you've watched up to this point, so you are subbed anyway. Join the Discord community. I've got a really exciting project coming up soon. I think everyone's going to love it, especially what I'm doing for it. I'm being a G. But so yeah, that's going to be all good. Okay, so Maximum Potential. Let's get another time. I'll see you next one.